Good morning, everyone. Welcome to BlockChain Daily News. Today is April 13th, 2024. I am digital anchor Amy. The news headline today is SEC plans to file a no-win lawsuit against Uniswap Labs. On April 10th, 2024, Uniswap Labs received a Wells notice from the Enforcement Division of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, informing the SEC of possible regulatory enforcement actions such as litigation against Uniswap Labs. Uniswap Labs is the initiator of the Decentralized Trading Protocol Uniswap Protocol. Since its launch 5.5 years ago, its trading volume has exceeded $2 trillion, dominating the decentralized exchange market, accounting for 55.5% of the total trading volume, and is crypto, the leader in the DeFi market. This behavior of the SEC is seen as a blatant provocation against decentralized DeFi projects and will have a huge impact on the crypto market. Although we saw a strong reaction from $Uni, we saw more market unity. This article will combine Uniswap Labs' SEC response article and its relatively compliant governance structure to see why the SEC filed a lawsuit that is impossible to win. First of all, it is clear that the Wells notice is not a formal prosecution or regulatory enforcement document, but a formal warning or notification. It is an early warning that the SEC will take enforcement actions against suspicious projects. Secondly, the Wells notice did not explain the specific reasons for regulatory enforcement, which made Uniswap Labs very passive and had to fully prove its innocence. Wells notice startup process. 1. After the SEC internal investigation of the suspicious company, whether it violates securities laws, it is recommended to take action against the suspicious company. 2. Suspicious companies will be given a 30-day window after receiving a Wells notice to rebut the charges and present arguments to prove their innocence. 3. The SEC then evaluates and determines whether to pursue regulatory enforcement. One of the most publicized recent cases includes the SEC versus Ripple case. Ripple received a Wells notice from the SEC in December 2020, which immediately led to its delisting from Coinbase. Although Ripple successfully argued that it was not informed that XRP would be considered a security, the 3-year legal process proved costly to the company's credibility. Let's take a look at the article Fighting for DeFi published by Uniswap Labs. Judging from the SEC's continued regulatory enforcement against the market's most compliant and law-abiding market participants, Coinbase, Uniswap, and its unwillingness to provide a clear regulatory path over the past 6 years. This action is more of a political appeal, combined with the recent crusade against DeFi by congressional lawmakers. Uniswap Labs, a US-based company, created the Uniswap protocol and brought unprecedented innovation to the market. These innovations are based on open source code, allowing users to directly participate in market transactions without any middlemen while maintaining their own property. Uniswap Labs believes that its product is not only legal but also transformative. They create transparent, verifiable markets with fewer gatekeepers, empowering the global public to participate in the global economy cheaply and easily. If the SEC continues to protect the opaque systems of traditional finance and attack innovative, open, and transparent technologies that create opportunities and reduce costs for Americans, then Uniswap Labs will have to fight US government agencies to protect innovation and economic freedom. Regardless of what the SEC decides to do, the law is clear on the following points. The chairman of the SEC previously made it clear to Congress that whether crypto assets can be determined to be securities requires congressional legislation to confirm. And in Risley versus. In the Uniswap Labs case, the judge stated that transactions on Uniswap did not apply to securities laws. Neutrality does not require permission, clearly emphasizing the determination of whether it is a security or not is best left to Congress. Furthermore, in SEC versus. In the Ripple case, the judge clarified that secondary market transactions of crypto assets generally do not constitute investment contracts. It can be seen that there is no security problem in the secondary market transactions on Uniswap. Even though most cryptocurrencies are considered securities, the Uniswap protocol, applications, and wallets still do not meet the legal definition of a securities exchange or broker. This point was made in the recent SEC versus. As was evident in the Coinbase ruling, the court already rejected the SEC's assertion that non-custodial crypto wallets were brokers at the earliest stages of the case, even if they charge fees. The $Uni token is not a security because it does not meet the legal definition of any type of security, including the definition of an investment contract. Under US securities laws and the Howey test, an investment contract is an investment of money in an ordinary enterprise with the expectation of profit and is entirely dependent on the efforts of others. There is no contract or commitment between Uniswap Labs and the more than 300,000 holders of the token, and there is no common cause. The value of the token does not entirely depend on the efforts of Uniswap Labs. Despite the SEC's recent investigation into the Ethereum Foundation, the CFTC has made it very clear that neither Bitcoin nor Ethereum are securities. The Uniswap technology ecosystem is decentralized enough, just like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Previously, we sorted out Uniswap Labs' compliance path after the divestiture agreement, which fits perfectly with Uniswap's legal defense to prove its innocence in the article. Under such a structure, the SEC really has little chance of winning. This path also provides a regulatory-friendly sample for Web3 decentralized projects. The purpose of such divestiture is, on the one hand, to achieve progressive decentralization, and on the other hand, to gain more room for maneuver in terms of regulatory compliance. Decentralization plus non-security tokens. The Uniswap protocol chain runs autonomously and is governed through Uniswap DAO to achieve decentralization. The single functional token UNI is its governance token. This model avoids securities determination by the SEC and leads to successful judgments by the courts. DAO legal packaging plus limited liability of members. Uniswap DAO establishes the legal entity of Uniswap Foundation. As the legal packaging of DAO, it not only protects the limited liability of DAO members, but also enables it to interact with the Web2 world and expand its influence. Labs independent operation plus flexible front-end development. The Uniswap Labs team, which previously developed and maintained the protocol, has become a major contributor to the protocol as a separate legal entity. On the one hand, it is freed from the restrictions of the protocol, and on the other hand, it can build and maintain by calling the back-end protocol. Front-end products achieve sustainability, such as Uniswap DApp, which previously launched a charging model. Regulatory applications rather than protocols. Just like the regulatory principles advocated by A16Z, it is difficult for decentralized on-chain protocols to be compatible with supervision, but front-end applications can fully comply with regulatory requirements, allowing the team and the product itself to escape possible regulatory risks. Like any app, the front-end application can include KYC AML CTF verification according to regulatory requirements, remove tokens subject to regulatory warnings at any time, apply for license qualifications, etc. If you are subject to regulatory enforcement by the SEC under such a compliance path, apart from the fact that the SEC is headstrong to complete its political tasks, it may be something else. The most likely one is Uniswap's Automatic Market Maker Mechanism, AMM. The specific mechanism will not be delved into for now, but the AMM mechanism is run by the decentralized Uniswap protocol, not Uniswap Labs. If the SEC were to challenge the Uniswap protocol, it would be equivalent to challenging the freedom of code release based on freedom of speech. This would be equivalent to the SEC opening up a completely new field in which it would be even more impossible to win the case. Whether it is the defense in the Uniswap Labs article or the recent cases of encryption supervision, the SEC's attack on Uniswap Labs appears to be relatively weak, and there is basically no chance of winning the case. Although $Uni is under pressure in the short term, we further recognize that this is a move with political appeal. This behavior of the SEC will only make people in the encryption world more united, as Uniswap Labs founder Hayden.f said. I work on cryptocurrency because I believe it can have a huge positive impact on the world by eliminating gatekeepers, middlemen, and increasing opportunities to gain value and ownership, much like the way the internet seamlessly accesses information. I am extremely proud of the various versions of Uniswap, the thousands of projects built on it, the web applications with millions of users, the wallets with hundreds of thousands of downloads, and the changes in the lifestyles of tens of millions of people around the world. We're still in the early stages. This technology and revolution will take place in decades. Hopefully we can come together more as an industry. The more united we are, the stronger we are and the harder we are to kill. So let's be friends. Okay, Today's blockchain news headlines are shared here. I am a digital human made 100% by artificial intelligence AI. If you like my show, please like, subscribe, and forward my videos to your friends. AI GPU is AI technology that truly everyone can use. See you tomorrow.